Hi guys, I'm Joey. Welcome to ENJOeYING Cuisine. I am doing some Brussels sprouts and broccoli with a cheese sauce. I'm just putting a little bit of salt in here in my boiling water. We're going to throw our Brussels sprouts in here. I'll let these boil for about 7 to 8 minutes. I'm just trying to soften them up before I put them in my other dish. We're going to do the Brussels sprouts first because they'll cook a little bit longer than the broccoli will. It'll take a little bit longer to soften up. Okay, there's that. Okay, I'm going to let those boil for about 7 to 8 minutes. And then I'm going to add in my broccoli. I'm going to add my broccoli to the mix here. Get the Brussels sprouts going very well here. Bring these to a boil for another 7 to 8 minutes. And then they'll be ready to go into a bowl for a dish. And then I can start working on the cream sauce. Small stir, and we'll let that come to a boil again. So can all get, that's a nice broccoli there. Okay. We have our Brussels sprouts and broccoli coming to a boil for a few more minutes, and we cut up some potatoes and carrots, put a little oil in here with that, a little vegetable oil. I'm gonna put some salt in here with these. Like so. Look at these beautiful carrots that we picked up. They're all organic, and that color is amazing. Throw some thyme in here, little sprigs, just like so. Let me grab my oven gloves. We are also doing a roasted chicken with this, but tonight's focus is on our broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Okay. But if you come over here, you can see this nice chicken we've got going. These right in here beside this. There we go. All right, that's looking beautiful. We've got our Brussels sprouts and broccoli. We're draining these from the boiling water they were in. So we just blanched them a little bit. And I'm putting them in my terracotta pot from Spain. This thing is so beautiful. This in the middle there. Oh, look at that green, so rich. And I just love Brussels sprouts and broccoli, two of my favorite vegetables. Put that around. Make sure it stays down, and then we're going to make our sauce to go on this, and then we're going to put it in the oven. And I'm just using a slotted spoon to get these out of this water. Trying to make sure I get it drained mostly, as much as I can. We have some beautiful shallot confit, and we're gonna add this into this dish as well. Just gonna kind of spread it out around the top here. And that smells really good. This will cook in nicely with this dish, and our sauce will go over the whole thing. That is beautiful. And there we go. All right, there's a little bit more. Let's make sure we get all of this. Perfect. There we go. We are going to start preparing our sauce. I'm turning this like on a medium-high heat to start. And I'm going to put my butter in here. about 1/4 cup of butter. And I'm gonna let that melt for a second. And then we're gonna put our flour in and we're gonna stir it in and brown it just a little bit. All right, my butter is melting, so I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the flour in. Okay. Sprinkle it in, stir it a little bit. A bit at a time as my butter continues to melt. Keep stirring that in. Okay. Get the rest of this in here. Okay. Just keep stirring that in. It'll be a little chunky at first, and then we'll cook it down some. We're going to add in our salt and pepper here. As you see, it's kind of chunky. The butter has been absorbed by the flour. Okay, and we're going to add in about 1 cup of milk and some of this broth that we had from the broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Okay, I'll just leave that there. This is great milk, by the way. We love this stuff. And like I said, I've got this on about a medium to high heat. So just cook some more. You can just kind of mash your butter and flour down in there. And this is going to thicken this up just a bit. And then I'll add in my other liquid. All right, so this is getting nice and thick, so we're just going to add a little bit of this in at a time. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Look how creamy that is. It makes a nice gravy-like mixture. And that'll cook down some more, thicken up again. This is thickening up nicely. And we are now going to add our cheese in and melt it. I used about 1 cup to 1.5 cups. And I've got this a little over medium heat. Because it has milk in it, you don't want it to scorch. But I love this new pan that I got. It's made in Italy. It is amazing. It gives you great convection around the whole pan. Okay, so just sprinkle your cheese in a little at a time, much like when you're making Alfredo. Stir it in, fold it in. You can hear that chicken in the oven, smelling delicious. All right, there's that, that's melting. So let's add the rest of this in. And there we go. Right, let's stir this in. Just kind of fold it over. And that's gonna make a beautiful cheese sauce. And we use like a 3-cheese Italian blend for that. It is going to be perfecto. And we're just going to pour this right over our broccoli and confit and Brussels sprouts. We're going to put it in the oven and let it finish baking. And your cheese sauce will get a nice crispiness on the top of it. It's going to be amazing. our sauce is nice and thick. Okay, first off, I'm gonna put this on here. We put some parchment on this baking sheet so that when we put this in the oven, it goes all over. Okay, I'm just gonna do it from the center here. I'll make a circular motion, and I'm not gonna use the whole thing. There. All right, perfect. Just gonna do that much. I'm gonna save the rest for later. I am going to add some more of my shredded cheese on top here too. This way we'll get that really nice, amazing golden look on the top. There we go, yum. Oven gloves. And we're gonna place this in the top rack. Ooh, look at that. That looks amazing. The vegetables are coming along, the chicken. Let's do this on the top. I'm gonna cook that for at least 30 minutes, but we're gonna check it and see how it's coming along. All right, we'll see you when it's done. I'm browning my flour for gravy for our chicken. Up, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out the broccoli and Brussels sprouts. That looks amazing. Okay, these have a few minutes. I'll take this with the oven gloves because it's very, very hot. I'll put the parchment out from under it. Put it on the trivet. I'm gonna have to slide this off of here. Okay. There's that. And get this and put it right here on the trivet. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna finish browning the flour and make this gravy. Then we'll pull our chicken and our carrots and potatoes out, and we'll be ready to eat. We're going to go ahead and take out our potatoes and carrots. And I'm going to leave the chicken in until we get our gravy made. I can go right up there. Oh, the chicken looks delicious though. Look at this. It's amazing. I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of soy sauce to my gravy. Yeah, that came out a beautiful color. Just letting it thicken up a little bit while we finish up the chicken. And we'll pull it out and pull these plates together and eat. My favorite part, always. I'm gonna pull the chicken out and we're just gonna test the internal temperature. Ah, it's looking beautiful. So let's stick it over here. Yes. Sounds like it's curing for itself. Okay. So we're just going to take this in the center here. And what you want is for the internal temperature to be 165. So I just have to give that a minute too. Look at the color on that thing. That is amazing. Ah, it smells amazing too. And look at these carrots again. I know I told you earlier, but look at that color. It's kind of between a dark orange and a red. And then this is our cheese sauce for our broccoli and our Brussels sprouts. And I'm still finishing up the gravy here. All right, let's make sure our chicken's at the right temperature. Okay, it's still going, so. Yeah, perfect. I'm dishing out our food. Came out splendidly. A few potatoes. Nice golden color, and these beautiful carrots. Give us a couple each of these. There we go. All right. Now, gotta work around this. Hear that crunch? Oh, that's amazing. All right. Try to get some broccoli and some Brussels sprouts in there. Okay, and then we've got our gravy here. Just gonna ladle just a little bit of this over the chicken, like so. And maybe some over the potatoes too. That's always yummy. There we go, a little bit more. And voila, our roasted chicken and our Brussels sprouts with broccoli and our 3 Italian cheese sauce. And the beautiful carrots and potatoes. All right, we're gonna sit down and enjoy this. And when you make it, I hope you enjoy it as much as we're going to. For now, I'm Joey, the quarantine cook, and we will see you guys next time.